This video is supposed to be about crossing video games off my backlog. I was going to take a big monster-sized bite out of all of these games, serving as the first exciting step on this grand adventure to play the vast library of games hiding right under my nose. But upon playing the first game, there was a problem. How do I know when I'm done with the game? When can I cross it off the list? This here's Dave. He's a diver.
Nice.
And this is his game, Dave the Diver. He is Dave, but also I am Dave. As Dave in his game, you explore the blue hole, all the while collecting fish to support your up-and-coming sushi restaurant. Dave the Diver is a peaceful game at times. You wander through lazy reefs, collecting items and ingredients. You curate sushi menus to dazzle patrons so they give you likes on Instagram. It's peaceful, but it's also the most stressful game you could ever imagine.
No! Leave me alone! Huh? Good? How you get perfect? Can you put in a little bit of hustle? Can't you see we're busy here? Oh! Hey! What's that? What is... What? Wait, stop. Huh? No. Wait, what am I supposed to do? Huh? What do I do? What? Are you serious? What was I supposed to do there?
It's a game of multitudes. And just when you think you've seen everything, the game hits you with a 20-minute visual novel backstory of your sushi chef Bancho. I love that guy. Content is so slowly drip-fed to the player that even 15 hours in, I was still adding items to my to-do list and learning new mechanics. Plus, my in-game phone still had some grayed out apps I hadn't unlocked. And why is there only one game I can play in the game center? And how do I unlock new phone charms? I want a new phone charm so bad. I bought this game a few years ago for 15 bucks, and I've squeezed a lot of fun out of this inexpensive piece of software. I think I've played it for around 20 to 25 hours now, but I still technically haven't finished it. There is tons of stuff I haven't completed or seen. In fact, if I wanted to really explore what D has to offer, this single game would take me hundreds of hours alone. So despite my 20-ish hours, I didn't think I could cross Dave the Diver off my backlog in good faith. If I'm gonna do this backlog thing, I'm gonna need structure. I need a clear and defined goal to determine when a game is good to go. This is not the first time I've attempted to categorize and play all of my games. Previously, I had a rule that determined when I could remove a game from my backlog. A rule that supposedly dictated when I had sufficiently sucked all of the juice out of any type of game. To consider a game removable from the backlog, I must achieve one of two goals. 1, I must beat the game. Complete the story, clear all the levels, whatever that means for any specific game. Or 2, I must play the number of hours equal to the amount of dollars I spent on the game. Dave the Diver was $15, so I have to play for at least 15 hours. I always thought this rule was pretty smart. You know, it makes you a little more cautious about spending money on those new and expensive games. Like, yeah, the new game looks really fun, but do you think you're gonna be able to get 60 hours out of it? 70 hours? The rule worked for me for a while. It's objective, it's achievable. It made me feel like I got whatever I wanted out of a specific game. And it made me feel good. And if it makes you feel good too, then stop watching this video. You know, there's your answer. There's no need to complicate things further. Thanks for watching. Now that we've gotten rid of the midwits, let me just say, this rule doesn't work for me anymore. According to this old rule, I can cross Dave the Diver off the list, but it doesn't feel right. The rule is broken. Nothing is as neat and tidy as past DJ thought. Your movie is over when the credits roll. Your book is done when you flip the last page. But who or what decides when a game is done? Is it the credits? Right, like you're actually trying to tell me you stopped playing Minecraft when you saw these credits? That massive, ugly cobblestone mob farm isn't gonna build itself. Look at GTA or The Sims. We create our own fun and our own goals in the world of these games, regardless if there's a story to follow or not. Alright, so let's talk about them. What about story games? Firewatch, for example, has a very linear story through and through. In this game, you hike around a national park, completing objectives and uncovering a mystery until the credits roll. But how, I ask you, can those credits tell you when you're done exploring those aspen groves, spelunking through those dark caves, or sifting through that untamed wilderness? How can the credits tell you when to stop, when you're the guy who's walking around? Start up a new save if you want. Go back, look around more. The story is just a structure that we get to play in. Furthermore, let's discuss a random game. I don't know, like Super Mario 64. So you finished all the levels. Nice. You've collected every star. Wow, good job. You 100%ed the game. That's amazing. But what if you did it faster? What if you did it without losing any lives? What if you did it without getting hit once? What if you did it blindfolded? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I really don't think other forms of media have these self-imposed challenges around them like video games do. By their very nature, video games require us to put down the controller. They require us to close the window. They require us to decide when we are done. And I'm not saying that you have to 100% a game or hold a world record speedrun to be able to cross a game off of your backlog. I'm saying that my old rule was in no way sufficient to quantify that I had objectively experienced what a video game has to offer. And if I haven't experienced what a video game has to offer, how can I cross it off the backlog? That's the issue. How do we quantify this? I'm a perfectionist with the heart of a completionist and the follow-through of not a completionist. And I overthink things, like this, for example. But all of this brings us back to Mr. Dave the Diver himself. How can I ever cross this game off of my list when there will always, always, always be more to do? Maybe it's time to broaden our horizons.
Michael, don't leave me here. Michael.
Okay, what about a blanket solution that works for every game, regardless of its genre, platform, or playstyle? And my backlog. It wouldn't be a list of games I haven't finished. It would be a list of games I haven't experienced, or tried, I guess. So let's make a hard and fast rule to determine when I have sufficiently given a game its time of day. I want to hit a minimum of 10 hours in any game I play to cross it off the backlog. 10 hours is a nice round number that really gives the game a chance to breathe, and it gives me the opportunity to fall into the world of a game. But what about short games? Some of my favorite games have only taken a few hours, and if I tried to stretch those out into an arbitrary 10-hour limit, that probably would have ruined the game for me. Okay, maybe 10 was a little ambitious. We could lower it to like 3 or 2 hours. But what about big games? Games like Elden Ring. 3 hours barely gives you enough time to see the first boss, especially if you're cooking up masterpieces in the character creator like me. What if you're one of those freaks that has to kill the tree sentinel the first time you see it? You're gonna do that in 3 hours? Not me. Okay, okay. So obviously there isn't a single hour limit that's gonna work for every game. So we'll just think of something without a time restriction to it. What about achievements? That's a concrete measure of progress, not considering time spent in the game. I could set a consistent number like 10, and then whenever I hit 10 achievements in any specific game, I get to cross it off the list. Now 10 might need a little tweaking, of course. I don't know if that's the right number to start, but it has some potential to it, I think. It works for single player games, it worked for multiplayer games, RPGs, platformers, world builders. I mean, every type of game has achievements, right? Right? Do Switch games track achievements? Come to think of it, I'm pretty sure I have some Steam games that don't even have achievements. And some games, they give out achievements like flyers in the street. But others have them locked behind hours and hours of gameplay. Okay, so that one was a little bit of a bust. But now we know what not to do.
It seems to me that because games are so varied in how they're played and how much content that they have, we need a flexible solution that can fit the game instead of trying to cram a game into our arbitrary constraints. Okay, what if we develop a protocol for tagging video games with specific modifiers so we can determine its completion status?
For example, let's take the game Donkey Kong Bonanza, which would be marked with the Nintendo Switch tag, and the platformer tag, and the AAA tag, and the single player
Time to
tag.
Beat website
And with all of those tags, we're gonna have all of this criteria to help me determine when I can
35 hours because I spent $70 on the game,
tag and
and you
the
have to complete all those, and then you spend across 5 hours at the game, about the same as any time you're going to be playing. As a little bit higher of the game time, you can assume that you're going to get 10 hours, 1,000 hours, even though this game will cost 10 hours. That doesn't make sense because if you only played it for 100 hours, it was a game like out of it. So definitely going to be playing hours.
Initially, when I was preparing for this video, every time I sat down to play Dave the Diver, I would start a timer on my phone so I could, track how many hours I'd played the game for the video. One time when I sat down to play, I forgot. The on-screen tracker was trying to tell me to do something, but I didn't care. I was just catching fish, not a care in the world. I wasn't thinking about trying to beat the game or catch every fish or getting my money's worth out of this software investment. I was just playing. Just straight up gaming, And wouldn't you know it, this little freak came and laid down next to me. Why did I have to make this all so complicated?
I racked my brain for a while trying to figure out if there was a way to say that you've experienced a game or finished a game. At the end of it, I don't know if it matters, those two word distinction. There is a solution though, but I don't like it. It's annoying, it's messy, it's subjective, but it is a solution. You kind of just have to answer the question, am I satisfied with this game? Beyond that, you can get into the weeds pretty quickly, as I've experienced. And I decided that rather than trying to label everything, I would just let the games be and not drive myself crazy with all the semantics. This problem I have with crossing off a game or determining when it's finished or determining when I've experienced it, however you want to say it. It's just a problem of optics, right? It does not matter if I cross a game off of a spreadsheet on my computer. It doesn't mean that I can't ever play it again. It doesn't mean Nintendo's going to swoop in and revoke my access to my digital copy of Mario Kart World. At least until they figure out how to put that in their business model. All I am doing, literally, is removing an item from a list that I made. But by highlighting this game or crossing it off, I am saying that I have played Dave the Diver. That I have experienced Dave and he has experienced me. And I'm going to shelve it. I'm going to put it away for a while. And that, folks, is where the perfectionist dog in me starts tugging at my pant leg. So I go down on my knee, I pet him on the head a couple times, and I tell him this. You won't catch every fish. You won't see every piece of pixel art. You won't read every line of dialogue, and you won't listen to every second of the soundtrack. You won't see every animation or unlock every phone charm. You won't experience it all. We may have been, let's call it skimming the surface throughout this whole video. Perhaps my real problem is that if I can't see everything in a single game, how am I going to see everything in every game? Or rather, how am I going to see every game, period? But this echoes further than just video games. I won't be able to watch every movie. I won't be able to read every book. I won't be able to go everywhere and do everything. We've got this much time, and there's this much to do. So, I could play this game for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours until I basically have seen everything in it. Or I could try something new. Don't miss your chance to see the world because you haven't been to every bar in Milwaukee. And sorry to Dave the Diver for comparing you to Milwaukee there, but the point still stands. I caught some fish. I started a sushi restaurant. Shout out to my employees. Raul, you were one of the best to ever do it. I put some fish into ponds, did a little farming. I got a cat costume for my jumping squid, and I swam around in that damn ocean. But for now, I'm feeling kind of tired of swimming, so I think I'll stop. I want to reframe how I've been thinking about backlogging. It's not taking a game off the shelf and throwing it in some bin somewhere. It's picking a game out of the bin and placing it on the shelf. A lot of people have gaming backlogs, and the discussion usually centers around the idea of destroying your backlog. And people can talk about their backlogs with such disdain or embarrassment. But I kind of want to counter the idea that having a collection of unplayed games is inherently a bad thing. Do you have any movies or TV shows or video games that you wish you could just wipe your memory so you could play them again for the first time? I know I do. If you think about it, you probably have some games on your backlog right now that you'll think about as fondly as your current favorites. So with all this discussion we've had and this whirlwind of a video, how am I gonna move forward? Well, I'm still gonna track my games.
What, dude?
I know. It's fun for me. But I'm gonna try to maintain a more laissez-faire attitude about when a game can be transferred from the sort of to-do list to a finished shelf. Yeah. Earlier in the video, when this graph here flashed on screen, and I called everybody who left midwits, I take it back. I think this is the real graph. It should be, because I've kind of come around to where I was at the beginning of this whole thing. Anyways, go out there and play a video game, man. Preferably something you haven't played before. That would be kind of cool. And if it doesn't hook you, don't feel obligated to finish it. You know, it's not about that. But if you do get pulled in, let that sucker keep on pulling you. Let it pull and pull until you're bone dry. Okay, stop watching YouTube, and I'm gonna stop making this video, and we can go play video games. There can be fun. Thanks for watching. Peace. Goodbye. Scram.